America, the land of opportunity, no, or so the saying goes. But lately, it feels more like the land of, we'll put it on the nation's credit card, $36 trillion. Trillion. With a T. Imagine trying to pay that off with those little $10 scratch-off lottery tickets. And yet, while everyday Americans struggle with student loans and healthcare costs, Uncle Sam seems to have a bottomless pit of cash for foreign aid. Enter Senator Rand Paul, our fiscally minded friend with a penchant for exposing government waste. Every year he releases his Festivus report, a delightful catalog of spending so absurd it would make Frank Costanza proud. This year's report is a doozy. Folks, a veritable greatest hits of questionable foreign aid allocations. Buckle up, because we're about to dive into the wacky world of how your tax dollars are being spent abroad. Senator Paul's report reads like a stand-up comedy routine, except the punchline is that this is actually happening. Remember that $36 trillion debt? Yeah, well, apparently we had some spare change lying around to fund social media influencers in Ukraine to the tune of $4.8 million. But wait, there's more. How about $2 million for transgender surgeries and hormone therapy in Guatemala? And let's not forget the $32,000 for a comic book in Peru featuring a transgender hero to address mental health. We've got funding for Ukrainian fashion designers to attend Paris Fashion Week, a DEI program in drag theater in Ecuador, and my personal favorite, $20 million to produce new episodes of Sesame Street in Iraq, Big Bird tackling sectarian violence, Elmo teaching the alphabet while navigating IEDs. The possibilities are truly terrifying. Now, I know what you're thinking. John, it's just a few million here, a few thousand there. It's a drop in the bucket compared to the overall budget, but it's the principle of the matter, isn't it? It's about a government that seems more concerned with funding projects that sound good on paper than actually addressing the root causes of poverty, inequality, and instability. It's about a system where accountability seems to have gone on a permanent vacation, where billions of dollars disappear into a black hole of bureaucracy with little to no oversight. Senator Paul argues that this kind of spending is not only fiscally irresponsible, but also morally questionable. After all, how can we justify sending millions of dollars abroad when our own house is in such disarray? The debate over foreign aid is a complex one with valid arguments on both sides. But when we're funding projects as seemingly frivolous as social media influencers and comic books, it's clear that something is amiss. It's time for a serious conversation about how our tax dollars are being spent abroad, and whether these expenditures are truly aligned with our values and priorities. Do we want to be a nation that prioritizes flashy headlines over tangible results? Or do we want to be a nation that leads by example, investing in our own people and communities? It's long past time to start asking the tough questions and demanding better from our elected officials. After all, it's our money they're playing with. And right now, it feels like they're betting on a losing hand.